Hello guys, this is Elora and today's reading is what do your ancestors want you to know? The ancestors on your mother's side, the ancestors on your father's side, and what do they need you to know? We have a few decks we're working with. This reading will have no positions, so it's going to be a one long reading. Please uncross your legs and cross your arms, coming back into this place, and ask yourself a question. What do I need to know right now? What is the message from my ancestors on both of my parents' sides that I haven't been able to hear, that have been passing? And there is a message, obviously, that's been trying to come through. What is the message that I haven't been hearing, that's been knocking on my door? What is it that I need to hear and know right now? So first of all, and first question we're going to ask, your connection with your ancestors, with your bloodline, with those that came before you, what kind of connection it is. Grandmothers, grandfathers, great-grandmothers, your connection with your ancestors. What kind of connection it is. And let's begin. The connection is, it's there, but it's like your ancestors, those who have passed away. Unfortunately, on your father's side, especially right now we're talking about, it's like they're knocking on your door, but you cannot hear them. There is distance between of you. They're right there knocking on your door, but you don't notice it. It's like there is this invisible wall between you. It's not that you're rejecting that connection. It's like at the moment, maybe you are not even aware that they're doing it, but for some reasons, you cannot hear them. And it has something to do with something that happened to you as a child in the past. So maybe you are blaming yourself for something. The connection is definitely there, but there is a space between you. It's like the voice is so far and you cannot hear it. Why can you not hear it? But your ancestors on your father's line are right there for you. And they do want and need you to hear them. Why can't you hear them? The connection has been something traumatic happened in your childhood that made you isolate yourself, and you carry way too much responsibility for what happens. Unnecessary responsibility. It was not yours to carry. It's not your fault. Whatever has happened in the past, maybe one of your grandfathers, grandmothers have passed away and you weren't there, and you're still blaming yourself for that, and you're carrying the weight of that blame. And that weight of that blame, of that heartbreak, I was not there. I couldn't make it to your last breath, or I didn't support you through sickness, whatever it was. It's what is basically not allowing you to hear their voices, because they love you and they're there for you, and they have a lot of advice to offer, to give you and share with you. So you need to stop judging yourself and let go, because these people are literally stretching their arms and hearts towards you to help you, but you have taken on this burden of the past, whatever has happened that you believe that broke their heart. It's not true, because you're judging yourself unfairly. It's all in the past. It's all been taken care of. Okay, so then the question is, you have to let that go. The question is, since we started about the ancestors on your father's line side, so what kind of ancestors, how do they see you, your father's line of your ancestors, how do they see you? They still see you as a child that doesn't know where to go or what to do, that's still confused and scared, and obviously needs protecting, taking care of. They're trying to create this comfortable environment for you where you feel safe and protected, because they literally still view you as a child that often gets lost and confused, doesn't know where to go, doesn't know what to choose, doesn't know which actions to take, possibly get yourself in trouble, and then they're always there to pull you out of trouble. For example, if you ever noticed, you're crossing the road and the bus or the car, while you're looking at your phone or looking into the wrong direction, passes you like right this close, and it's this far from something unpleasant or terrible happening, but it doesn't. That's your father's line ancestors protecting you, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your great-great-grandmothers, even those that you didn't know. So they feel like you constantly get yourself in some sort of trouble and you need protection. You need looking after. You're still a child. Okay. What sort of strength and power, what kind of line is it? What sort of ancestors, what sort of powers, what sort of protection are they offering? What kind of line is it, your father's ancestor line? Your father's bloodline. Who are they? It's a very strong foundation there, very long bloodline, very grounded, very solid. It's really deep roots, based on family and how important the family is, how families stand up for each other, how they are there for each other. So the generation and generation and generation of people that have been there, it's like a clan almost, with a lot of ancestors, with a lot of kindred souls, with a lot of family members staying behind you, that are there offering guidance and literally moving, helping you move through life and walk your path. into the right direction, while they are protecting you from any harm, any unpleasant, tricky situations. And this kind of support and help has been going on in your father's family side. Your father's side ancestors have been doing this for a very long time. It's like generation from generation. They know that their grandmother and grandfathers were there for them, and then when they cross over, they're there for their grandchildren, and it goes on and on and on. It's like this unbroken, very solid connection that there is. Okay, so they're obviously pulling you out of all sorts of troubles, often self-created, small and big, but mainly small. So you, for some reasons, at the moment are unable to feel and hear these messages and this connection, because you are blaming yourself for something that happens in the past that you need to let go of. And that's why we're here, to deliver the message. So what do they want to tell you? Your ancestors, your family, from your father's side. What is the message, the important message that they want you to hear right now? There is some sort of double-sworded, sword of two double end. When the Russian and English gets mixed up in my head. There is some sort of situation, dual situation, that is needs to come to an end, or some clarity needs to be brought into it, but this situation is literally destroying you, and it has something to do with a person, a man in your life. Some situation to do with love life, that is throwing you out of balance. Let's have a look. What is the message for you from your father's side, family members, ancestors, those who have crossed over? What exactly do they want you to know about this situation? Quite uncertain situation that has been causing you your inner equilibrium and balance, whereby you feel like literally it's destroying you. What is it? And what do they want you to know about it? It's some sort of relationships or marriage with the person, and they're really trying to deliver a message to you very loudly that it needs to come to an end. The ship has sailed. You need to move on. You need to let it go. You need to let it go, and someone very strong connection with their grandmothers. You need to let it go because there is another woman in the life of that person. God, I hope we were going to avoid all kinds of love dramas, but it looks like it's inevitable. So the message is that the marriage that you are in is not what it seems, and they're telling you that you have to end it. It's a loud and clear message. Because it's literally costing you your health. It's literally costing you your health. And possibly what they want you to know is that maybe you have to take a trip back home. So if you're not living in your country, if you're not living in your city, to work with this health, to work with these issues, because these relationships with that person have been literally causing you everything. So you have to hurry back home. They want you to leave this relationships, this marriage that is coming to an end behind. Get on that plane, get on that train, get in that car and come home, because there are certain issues with your health. Yeah. You need to go home where you trust people, where people love you. So whether for someone there was a third person in this marriage that has been causing this distress to you, if this is a woman, a third person is the woman that's been ruining your marriage, they're telling you that put an end to this, get on that vehicle, on that plane, on whatever, and come home and deal with your issues, because it's something that cannot wait. And you will be surrounded by the people you can trust and the people that you love and love you. Okay, what about your mother's side of family, of the ancestors, of those that came in front of you? What kind of connection do you have with them? What kind of connection do you have with your mother's side ancestors? What is there? Very strong connection with your mother's side, very strong, but also very light. And they also passionately guiding you and protecting you from any kind of harm in your life. Mother's side connection. And they were people very grounded, very down to the ground, but also here could be possibly someone that worked with energies of earth, energies of plants, could be some sort of witches, some sort of women that utilize the power of nature in order to help others and heal others. And now that they have passed on, it's like they have passed on to you those gifts as well. It's a very light, in a sense, joyful connection, very powerful connection. They're also guiding you and protecting you from all harm, creating an environment or attempting to try to whereby you have as much as possible little contact with people that are there to hurt you. Okay, how does your mother's ancestors see you? How do they see you? Your ancestors on your mother's side, how do they see you? Sorry guys, it's so hot. I have a fan here that is blowing the cards off their place. So, how do they see you? They see you as a very strong and powerful person. They, I wouldn't say they meddle too much. I would say that, and we saw it, the connection is passionate but light. So, which means they do not meddle as much. They do not attempt to protect you from every single tiny little thing like your father's ancestors line, because they believe that you're lucky, that you already know how to navigate through life, that you are quite successfully doing it yourself. You know what you want, you have your strengths, you have your knowledge, you have your you have your ideas of where you want to go, and you know how to implement it in life. They also believe that you are this connection is coming from childhood, so you had deep connection from them already when you were a child, and so there is no, as opposed to your connection with your father's bloodline and ancestors, where you feel some sort of blame and guilt for whatever has happened. There is no such thing here, so it's very easy going, light and smooth sort of connection, whereby you possibly receiving messages without even knowing it. So I would say that your mother's bloodline or your mother's ancestors that are on the other side wouldn't really meddle into your life that much, just because, you know, there is a little bit of heartbreak or disappointment. They leave you alone because they trust you to navigate in life, and they feel like you've got strong foundations and support, and they allow you to navigate yourself so that you can learn and understand what is it exactly that you want and what is it exactly that you need. Okay, so let's have a look. What is then the message from your, what is the message then from, before that, what sort of people were, what sort of ancestors do you have in your mother's, on your mother's side that are guiding you? What sort of people, what kind of clan or what kind of family line is that? Just quickly about that, and then we see what they want to know. Yes, the type of people, the type of connection whereby they leave you to deal with your own issues, because, and there are more male figures on your mother's side that are there for you than fathers, and therefore that's why the connection is slightly different. They just leave you to deal with your own problems. It's like, you know, when the child falls and the dad goes, oh, he'll be okay. They allow you to make your own decisions. They allow you to go through your own emotional states and conflicts, and unless there is something big and dramatic, then they will be there rushing towards you. But unless it's something big and dramatic and it's some sort of little conflicts, little misunderstanding, little issues, they don't meddle. That happens on the side of your father's ancestors, where you have more connection, where you have less communication between all of you. But however, there are more emotional people, and here we have more earth down to the ground kind of family, so they meddle less. Nevertheless, it's a strong connection, strong bond with both families. The only difference that your father's line are basically there to pick you up every time you have a little boo-boo, and nothing wrong with that. It's an amazing, then you have balance, right? And then your father's side are there to carry you out and pick you up where you've been destroying yourself, or someone was attempting to destroy yourself from big disasters. Okay, so then what is the message for you from your mother's line, ancestors? This is the message for you from your mother's line, ancestors here. What do they want you to know right now? The important message. At work, there are some nasty things going on behind your back. Someone's trying to go behind you. Someone's trying to trick you. Someone's trying to cause some sort of crisis, some sort of like building something nasty behind your back. Maybe going to your employer and telling him bad things about you, some lies. Maybe they want your position at work. Maybe they are jealous of you, but you have to, like, it's some sneaky person that's been building up this plan, this mean, nasty plan, secretly behind your back, and trying to cause some issues. Like, what can we know? What exactly is this talking about? What's some sort of nasty plan, and why? So the warning is you have to watch your back at work. Someone is being dishonest and working to cause some damage to you. Literally some evil plans. Someone who wants to leave you with nothing, basically. Either there was some sort of argument before whereby they want you gone, whereby you said something to them and that stayed in their head, and they've been plotting this thing for quite a while now, whereby they want to drain all your resources and get you out. Yeah, they want you out of the job. They want you gone. It's some woman. This is again something to do with someone got into someone's bed. So if someone had some sort of relationships or fling or whatever with someone at work, and maybe their girlfriend or wife or vice versa found out, and now she wants you out and wants you destroyed, that might be the case. Or if you had a fling with your boss and now the other employees found out and they're trying to get you out of the company, that might be the case as well. Okay, so what exactly do your ancestors want you to do? What actions can you take to avoid this situation? If you haven't put an end to these relationships at work just yet, you have to do it. Don't be silly, don't be stupid almost, don't be childish. don't bring your dirty laundry to the office. Like, these scandals, these arguments are gonna come out and cause more problems. You have all the basically you hold the keys in order to resolve the situation and put an end of it to it. You have all the knowledge, all the information, all the tools to fix this. So in order for you to fix this, you have to end these relationships, because it's not really gonna bring any positive things to you. Okay, guys, I hope this was clear. This was Elora White. Thank you for being here, and I hope everybody received their message from their beloved ancestors on both sides, mother and father. It's so nice to know when someone's looking after you, and you are being looked after really well from both sides of your family. And I hope this helped. Have a lovely day. This was Elora, and hope to see you soon. Leave a message in the comment of whether you found it helpful, or what kind of readings would you like to see more of. Thank you for being here, and goodbye.